Hi, I'm Adamsdownboy, and welcome to part 4 of our Vow of the Disciple raid guide series. With me are my 6 Muthacluckers Clan mates, Aaron PK, Alex, Electric Sheep, Minoni, Tooks and Zone Runner. After seeing Alex in the Caretaker encounter and believing a man can fly, you'll now see the kryptonite that all Warlocks face in the jumping section. This is a time for Titans and Hunters to put on their +5 boots of puissant jumping, and for Warlocks to equip their Solar Heat Rises subclass and wonder why they've never saved a set of mobility discipline armour for moments just like this. It's a reasonably long platforming section with plenty of diagonal walls and undersides of platforms to bump your head on and other fireteam members to collide with as you all jump backwards and forwards, so swords, particularly ones with the Eager Edge perk, can be useful to correct a jumping mistake. High mobility armour and lightweight weapons can also be useful to eke out every last bit of height and manoeuvrability. Just remember to change back afterwards. You might want to split your fireteam into a team of runners and a team of defenders so that no one is left tackling adds on their own for too long. There are no champions in this section, but there are a number of enemies with arc shields if you did want to change your loadout, but for the most part your usual mix of ad clear and burst DPS weapons should be fine. There is one mechanic for the section which uses cruxes as switches again. This means that your fireteam's defenders need to stay to shoot a crux that acts as a switch to extend platforms for the runners until they get to the next switch room. Those newer to the raid might be better off in the defending group with a more experienced guardian who can help with directions and revives if, let's be honest, when they fall off. Platform back and forth until you reach a room with Scorn and Taken enemies and a crux on the right hand side. This is the first switch room. After initially helping with adds, your runners will go ahead here, while defenders kill further waves as they spawn and shoot the crux to extend platforms as requested. When the runners reach the next switch room, this stabilises the platforms behind for the rest of the fireteam to catch up. You'll see a message on screen that the path has stabilised after a few seconds. The running team then jumps up and goes to the left while another guardian is shooting the crux to extend platforms again. They'll keep going until they reach a narrow shelf with high arched windows, one of which has light showing through that you can enter the room by, with taken enemies inside. Getting to this point will again stabilise the platforms in the previous section for any other runners and defenders. The runner can then double back and platform around until they reach a section with a series of hexagonal cylinders that can be used as platforms to jump across and reach an entrance above and to the left. This is the location of the second secret chest. The first person in the secret chest room will trigger the opening of a hole in the floor to drop down into the next room with Scorn, adds and a small crux. This hole appears in the ceiling of the room that the runner doubled back from earlier. Any fireteam members who did not platform around the outside can now jump from a statue through the hole and get to the secret chest more easily, or, if they prefer, follow the first runner and use the same path over the hexagonal cylinders. Once you've dealt with the Scorn and adds, shooting the crux triggers moving hexagonal cylinders to spawn in the space ahead. One person who's confident with jumping will need to make their way to the far side. This is very much a one and done attempt. The cylinders will travel across and disappear into the wall opposite, so will only form a path to the next area once. When the runner reaches the far side, which is Scorn and Taken adds present, the hexagonal cylinders will stabilise for the rest of the fireteam to follow. You're now done and at the start of the penultimate raid encounter, which we'll tackle next. I'm now going to play the video showing all 6 perspectives from our run, again pausing to highlight any mechanics and moments of interest. There's no map for this section, so if you do find yourself lost and unable to see where to jump to, generally, apart from the leap of faith around a corner, look for a platform above and behind you or for an entrance with the light showing through it.
My part of the video on this
I don't want to see my body either.
I was just being thrown out of the map every time and running back. It was just
maybe we should have a section of what not to do.
exactly. I think that's the point of this video. Is like, don't do this.
The fire team all jump to the first switch room. There are no extendable platforms here. I will say on Erin's behalf that she doesn't normally play Warlock and, like me, feels any jump worthy of the name should actually propel you upwards rather than accelerating you faster towards your inevitable plummeting doom.
As Muthacluckers, we are better at doing what not to do than what to do.
Absolutely. So, light is start of the jump puzzle outside room with the first darkness shard, so it's the one on the left in the first switch room.
Adam says that
Yes,
we
we
are
just need
showing
to be
it.
average.
We're doing it. We're doing the the not godly version. We're doing the
Average gamer.
We are flawed and a bunch of noobs that are trying our hardest.
And me.
Oh, nice. Started the jumping puzzle.
I saw Alex gently gliding off the platform.
Oh, well, I've done it as well now. I hit the head on. See above me.
I did this on my Warlock the other night. It is hideous.
Oh, Warlock.
Fine.
Man.
Warlock. Hate them or fall down.
Yep. And it just will not grab the edge. Lovely.
Tukes is the first into the first switch room and heads off left to open the secret side room to reveal a glyph from the resonant totem we saw when the team first entered the pyramid.
Sorry, that's
So
me.
it's
I've just been running ahead and greasing up all of the mantle points.
Is it this one, Minnow?
Yeah, you know the one with the first shard we could shoot in here. It's on the
Yeah.
left side in here.
Okay,
Clear everything.
definitely this one. Before I shoot it.
Yeah,
Cool.
Well, even if
should
you
be
shoot
light.
it,
You can
shoot
always
it, yeah.
unshoot it if it's not the right one.
Okay. So, but yeah, that's light.
Cool.
Once the rest of the fire team catch up, Tukes and Alex move ahead to platform to the second switch room, with Minnow, Zone and Sheep remaining to clear ads and shoot the crux, and Erin regretting her choice of alt for the evening.
Give us a shout when you want it shot and I'll stay back.
Yeah. I'm raising Alex at the moment.
With your
shoot it,
line
please.
rampant. Yeah. As cheating.
Oh, come on, Tux, you can do this without lion rampant.
Okay, can you shoot it, please? I probably could do it with lion rampants, but why would you? Again, please. And again, please.
Oh, you. I see. I didn't say anything. I thought many things.
And
I
again,
thought
please.
many things, but I didn't say anything.
There will be a bit on video there where Alex just falls off right in front of me.
Tukes gets to the second switch room, dropping around the leap of faith corner where you jump down onto your right without first being able to see the platform you're aiming for, and stabilising the platforms behind. The rest of the fire team, and eventually Sheep, follow him up.
And they should be stabilising now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it has.
You dodging a little. So and so.
Oh, everyone went ahead. Okay. I did not get the memo. Catching up.
Not all of
You'll be
us.
fine.
Oh, you so-and-so Warlock.
Gosh and darn it.
Carnations.
You motherfucker.
After a couple of false starts, Tukes heads up and to the left out of the second switch room while Zone shoots the crux.
Can't mantle on that at all, can you? And I hit a ledge. Right, okay. I'll seeing how far I can get without having to shoot the thingy. Right. Could you shoot the thingy for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
After entering the next room with taken enemies in, which stabilises the platforms behind him again, Tukes doubles back across the exit to the second switch room, hopping across the 5 hexagonal cylinders and up and to the left to the second secret chest. This opens the hole in the ceiling of the room with the taken adds in, which Tukes invites people to use, but everyone is already following the path around the outside platforms.
That's
Stabilise.
stabilised. Okay, so you guys coming back for the...
Yeah, round to the.
Don't do
secret
it like
chest. I don't like the whole jumping up thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing okay today. Honestly,
Same
I'm
here.
not.
Performance thing.
It sounds like we need an intervention for Alex.
Kinda does.
Well, my trips are going to be quite funny with this jumping puzzle.
Cool. The ceiling's open if you prefer that route.
Tukes shoots the crux to spawn the moving hexagonal cylinders and jumps across to the final platform area with a mix of Scorn and Taken adds, which stabilises the cylinders for everyone else to get across. As he says, this is possible with the Titan using Lion Rampant boots. Otherwise, as one runner jumps ahead, another fireteam member will need to shoot the crux to keep the cylinders in the middle of the space.
Ooh, the glaive.
I thought we were supposed to, wait for everyone to be here to open the chest.
Oh, blame Minnow on that one. But
No,
no, it stays
you
there
don't
for a
need to.
while. You don't need to, no.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's an old D1 thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we are about to do my least favorite encounter.
Mm.
Ooh, first time. That's not
Wow,
how
well
to do
done.
it. But if you're on a Titan with rocket shoes, you can do it that way.
Mm.
I think I'll draw a veil over the next few minutes. Just be reassured that Erin jumped everything rather than quitting to orbit and back again, but she was the only one in the fire team to jump directly to the room below the secret chest, so I'll show you that just to illustrate how you could get there once your runner has opened it up.
Are we allowed to talk, Adams? Or are we still on the clock?
At this point, if Erin looked up, she would see the hole in the ceiling. If you first jump up onto a statue, you can then get to the secret chest more easily than jumping around the outside. We'll now cut forward to hear the fire team's opinions on the raid environment's aesthetics and Erin rejoining them.
Look at this vista, though. That is a beautiful skybox. I don't know if it's a skybox or not, but I like it.
Speed this video up with Benny Hill music. Thanks, Johnny.
No, it's Adam.
Yeah, it is a very pretty raid, isn't it? They've
is.
done really well with it.
The architecture makes no sense, but it looks pretty.
No,
Mm.
it really is like Sith Lord versus Lord of the Rings. It's like if you smashed Mount Mordor with like a Sith Lord's home, this is what I'd imagine you'd get.
I think it's just cool that the fact that's where we are going to have the last encounter.
Yeah, it is.
Basically.
Yeah, if you look up there, that is where the last encounter is.
Alright, apologise guys, the Warlock is here.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So that's the jumping section. Longer than some of the other raids, but not a jumping puzzle in the same way as the tomb ships and the Taken King. As with everything in the raid, once you've run through it a few times, you'll become familiar with the route, and then it's just a question of being careful with your jumps and avoiding the rest of your fire team. As ever, on behalf of the Cluckers, thank you for watching, we hope that's helped you, and may all your drops be god rolls.